Hey guys, Tsui Kyit here with a new video. In this video, we're going to take a look at my iPhone 14 Pro Max and my iPhone 17 Pro Max and why I use a tempered glass screen protector on each of them. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. This is my iPhone 14 Pro Max. This used to be my main phone throughout 2024 and a bit in 2025 up until the iPhone 17 series came out where I upgraded. So after I ported my eSIM over, I basically now use this phone for YouTube, ChatGPT, and eBay, and not much more. So this phone stays at home, but it has a screen protector on it. And that brings us to my main phone, my personal phone, my iPhone 17 Pro Max. Everything my 14 Pro Max is used for, this gets used for as well. And of course, being my main phone, it follows me everywhere. So as a result, it does get a bit of abuse, and of course, has a screen protector on it as well. So why do I use screen protectors on my phones, tempered glass ones to be exact? Point number one, impact protection. Now I understand a lot of you out there use cases like me, and you might be thinking a case is good enough to prevent the screen from breaking if it lands face down. And that is true to an extent. If it lands, for example, on a flat surface, face down in a case, it's going to be fine. But if you're an outdoorsy person or perhaps unlucky, and your phone lands face down on an uneven surface, for example, a rocky surface, even in a protective case, something's going to hit the screen and it might break. But if you have a tempered glass screen protector, the thing is, the screen protector is going to break, not your screen. So as a result, that's a costly repair. Avoid it. Moving on to point number two, scratch protection. And to me, this is a bigger deal than impact protection because I don't drop my phones very often. I'm a pretty careful person. But my phone, my 17 Pro Max especially, is full of scratches. And two places I think the scratches came from are number one, my bed, because I charge my phone face down every night. So as a result, I suspect something embedded in my bed sheet might be harder than the glass and scratched it. So as a result, this is point number one. Point number two, my pocket, because this is pretty self-explanatory. This phone follows me everywhere I go. Of course, it goes in and out my pocket a lot. And of course, when it goes in and out my pocket, if there's something embedded inside my pocket and it's harder than glass, it's going to cause a scratch. And as a bonus, I would just include this in my video. If you live in a dusty environment, you're going to see more scratches on your phone. The reason I say so is because dust contains quartz, and quartz is harder than tempered glass. So as a result, if a bit of quartz, just a little tiny dust particle of quartz, lands on your phone screen, somebody puts pressure on it, that's a scratch right there. So you can keep it clean with a microfiber cloth if you want to avoid your phone screen or screen protector getting scratches. But even if it gets too scratched, it's easy to replace. And this leads us to point number three. A screen protector is easier to replace than an actual screen. And for some example, let's assume my 17 Pro Max was totally badly scratched, the screen protector. What I do, I'll just weep about it, buy a new one, replace it, end of the story. Versus if the actual screen was damaged. If the actual screen was damaged, I would either have to send it to Apple, send it to a third-party repair store, or do a DIY repair. None of which are easy or cheap or both. So as a result, a screen protector is going to be way easier and cheaper to replace than a screen. And for some insight, the screen protector on my 14 Pro Max cost me about $3. The one on my 17 Pro Max, $7. And that's way cheaper than a replacement screen. And this leads us to point number four, resale value. Now, if you're the type of person who sells your phone away whenever a new model is out to fund it, you're definitely going to want to use a screen protector. The reason I say so is because when you sell your phone away, prospective buyers look at the screen as the first criteria. If the screen is not in a good condition, they're either going to say no or offer you a lower price, and that's not what you want. If you have a phone in immaculate condition, however, your resale value is preserved, so as a result, you get your good price on it. So the person you're selling it to gets a phone in good condition, you get a good price for your phone, it's a win-win all around. All for a piece of glass, I would say it's worth it. And this leads us to the next point. You're keeping your phone screen's oleophobic coating safe. And what do I mean by this? Because whenever a new phone, doesn't matter what brand it is manufactured, when the screen is manufactured, the manufacturer will put a oleophobic coating on it. And this is not going to last forever. Most oleophobic coatings last between 4 to 6 months, maybe 8 if you're lucky. So if you have a screen protector like me, what happens is that I'm keeping the actual oleophobic coating on my phone screen safe because it's covered by the screen protector. And what's exposed is this oleophobic coating of the screen protector itself. And to demonstrate how it works, let's use my 17 Pro Max and a bottle of alcohol I have for cleaning it. So if I spray it onto my phone, notice all the alcohol is beating up and running off the phone screen. That's proof that the oleophobic coating is there and it's doing its job. So again, by using the screen protector, the oleophobic coating on the phone screen itself is safe, and you're just using the one on the screen protector. And two more things. If you get a really expensive screen protector, maybe in the 20s or 30s when it comes to price, chances are the screen protector is going to be better than the one on the phone screen itself and last longer. Maybe up to 12 months, maybe, depending on the brand. Also, if the oleophobic coating wears off, you can easily replace the screen protector versus if it was on your actual screen, you have to replace the screen, which is not fun. And this leads me to my final point to using a screen protector, a tempered glass one. You can easily customize your phone screen. And what I mean by this is, for instance, you might have noticed that my iPhone 17 Pro Max has a typical glossy clear screen protector, but the one on my 14 Pro Max has a matte finish, which is a bit frosted. The reason behind this is because personally, I'm a person who prefers matte screen protectors. Under direct sunlight, or under direct light basically, a matte screen protector reflects light less than a clear one. So as a result, legibility under direct light is way better. Also, they're super nice to touch. There's no words I can use to describe how nice a matte screen protector is to touch until you buy one and actually touch it for yourself. You're gonna love it. So, in case you're curious, the only reason why I don't have one on my 17 Pro Max is because the manufacturer for this screen protector doesn't make it for the 17 series. So, as a result, that's why I have a clear one on this. So, side note, but just wanted to cover that. Also, besides clear and matte, there are other types of screen protectors, most notably ones that repel blue and green light, and privacy ones, or some of them are even a combination of those qualities, where I've seen some matte and privacy screen protectors, for instance. So if you want to customize your phone screen but you don't have any other way, a screen protector is the way to go. And there are lots of them out there that you can see and tailor to whatever you want. But of course, using a screen protector doesn't come with downsides, because there are two downsides I can think of, and I just wanted to share them with you to be complete. Downside number one, compatibility. Not all cases are going to accommodate the screen protector you have on your phone. For me, I've used a handful of cases for my phones, and the screen protector on it fits just fine. I've used cases from Ghost Tech, the one right here, Mouse, and Nomad, and these fit my screen protector perfectly, and also one from Casetify. These fit the screen protector perfectly, but I'm pretty sure out there might be one or two cases that don't fit my screen protector, most notably ones that fit really closely to the edge of your phone, and waterproof cases. Those are a no-go. So as a result, you might have to be a bit more careful with picking a case if you use a screen protector on your phone. And this leads me to point number 2 and the final point of this video: the installation process. Now, for most modern screen protectors, this is a non-issue. For instance, the one on my 17 Pro Max, I installed that in basically under a minute, and it came out perfectly straight without any dust. Meanwhile, the one on my 14 Pro Max took me about half an hour because I had to install this the old-fashioned way. I had to clean the screen with an alcohol wipe, dry it off with a microfiber cloth, use a dust sticker to lift off any particles on the screen, align the glass perfectly, and make sure there's no dust as I do the lighting. All of that was really, really annoying. So as a result, if you're installing screen protectors the old-fashioned way, it might be a downside, but if you can get one with an easy applicator like the one on my 17 Pro Max, go for it. It's going to save you a lot of time and stress. And also, in case you're wondering why I didn't get an easy applicator for my 14 Pro Max, it's because I wanted a matte finish, and it was either matte finish, old-fashioned way, or easy applicator but no matte finish. So I wanted a matte finish, so I had to endure that old-fashioned application process. It came out fine, don't worry, but I know for a lot of you guys, you're not going to enjoy that process. With that said, that wraps up my video talking about the pros and cons of using a tempered glass screen protector. If this video was helpful to you, do consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing to my channel, because all of that really helps me fare against YouTube's algorithm. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Take very good care of yourselves, and I will see you in my next video.